Good evening, folks, and welcome into Regina High School, where tonight your Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish girls basketball team takes on the hosts, the Regina Satellites, in the District 61 District Final. I'm Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting, giving you all your live NDP Athletics coverage. And today, the biggest game of the season up to this point, win or go home for the Irish. This is one of their hardest teams of the season as well. Regina coming in at 18-5 with a .625 MPR. For reference, Notre Dame has a .555 MPR, and the MPR just sort of a stat to give you a numerical value on how good a team is. Regina ended their season on quite the win streak. Won over 8 games in a row, and most recently, this last Wednesday, beat Cranbrook, dominating that one 70-45 in the first round of the district playoffs. They come in led by head coach Joe Charette and are looking to defend their home turf with a district championship. In terms of statistics, they're averaging 61.1 points per game, one of the highest scoring offenses the Irish have seen all season, allowing only 42.1 points on defense. The Irish scoring on average 48.2 points per game and allowing 39 on defense. The Irish are the visitors today as Regina is hosting. We are without Wi-Fi, so we do just have the camera on the scoreboard. In the meantime, we're going to get your starting lineups and your national anthem momentarily. I'm Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. If you're just now tuning in, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all your NDP action. The Irish in their first year under head coach Matt Matuzza. 15-7 season, beat Lutheran Northwest 52-45 in the district semifinals. So as the clock ticks down, we're set to start this district final.
Welcome to Regina High School for today's 2026 Basketball Division II District Championship game between the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame Prep and the Regina Satellites. It's game time. Time for both teams to give us their best effort on the court, and for everyone, players, coaches, and fans, to give us their best sportsmanship. Remember, nothing beats good sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. The privilege of this event was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts of our country. So, ladies and gentlemen, please remove your hats. All veterans, we encourage you to render the appropriate salute. And everyone able, please stand at attention, placing your hand over your heart as we proudly sing our national anthem.
All right, so we're just about to get our starting lineups as Regina looking to defend their district championship. They have won the last their last 5, looking for a 6-peat. We'll get our starting lineups in just a moment. The junior.
Number 20,
Tessa Bordone. She's been the second highest scorer for the majority of this season. And now the star for the Irish, Kaylin Sowers, the lead scorer all season long. Broke the 1,000 point mark and set the all-time scoring record. And Campbell Bordonia, the freshman. Emerson Holder, the sophomore, a very young Regina team. Only 3 seniors. The Irish also low on seniors, only 2. Houth, another sophomore. Tori, the senior. And Samantha Thomas, the other senior. So we're just about ready to get things underway here in Regina. Obviously, before we get started, I want to give a huge thank you to the Regina administration for giving me the privilege to cover today's playoff game. So we're about set to get underway here for the tip-off. So the 18-5 Regina Satellites set to take on the 15-7 Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish. Caroline Torrey and Tessa Bordonia here for the tip-off. In that ball, up in the air, and won by the Irish. Tessa Bordonia up top to a cutting Fayular through her hands. And taken by Samantha Thomas. Thomas in some trouble, loses a hold of that one, taken by Houth. Jalen Houth over to Holder. Holder working in, guarded by Sowers. Puts that out for Thomas. That 3 is up and way off the mark. And now back for Emerson Holder, up top, working in, underneath. Pass back door and a layup. That layup through for Lily Hansen. As Campbell Bordonia worked in on the other way, in was fouled. That foul going to be on number 11, Caroline Torrey. The senior, Campbell Bordonia, with 2 free throws. First free throw is up and rattles around and out. Second free throw now for Bordonia. That one hits the rim and bounces out a few times. So now Holder will bring it out across half court up top. Pushes that over to Houth. Houth guarded by Simon, back up top for Holder. Now Houth on the near elbow, pumps underneath. Layup up, no good. Rebound back out. Thomas puts up a 3. That one bricks out. Rebound taken by Fayular, and the Irish will get to work. Trailing 2-0, just about a minute gone in this first. That's dished inside, looking for Bordonia. Knocked out by Jalen Houth. Houth now the other way. Layup and one. Foul there on Fayular. First free throw up and rattles around and in. 3-point play for Jalen Houth. As Regina gave a little bit of a press there, the Irish beat it easily. And now Tessa Bordonia brings it down the far sideline. Spins, works the lane, floater up and through for Tessa Bordonia. Makes the score 5-2, but Samantha Thomas right back, one-armed, and a foul. Foul there on on Audrey Simon, the senior. First free throw up and through. First free throw through for Samantha Thomas. Second free throw up as well and through. That's inbounded to Sowers. Sowers across to Fayular. Fayular dumps that off and now into the paint for Simon. Simon on the far elbow. Dishes that to Bordonia. Bordonia cutting in underneath. Had that knocked away. Out of bounds on the satellite, so ball going to stay with the Irish. 7-2 with 6:12 left in this first. Bordonia inbounds that to a cutting Simon. That layup rolls out. Rebound taken by Jalen Howe. Or rather, that's Caroline Torrey. Handed off to Thomas, up top for Holder. Now Houth on the far elbow. Houth up top for Holder. Holder, guarded by Fayular. Fayular, pounding, looking for some options. Dishes that over to Houth. Houth now spins up top. Dishes that over to Holder on the near elbow. Holder all the way across. Thomas works in, backdoor cut, and the layup. Caroline Torrey with the layup there. Foul called on Lily Hansen. So Regina came out in a press, giving the Irish a little bit of trouble here as they work to get around it. Bordonia looking for her options. And going to throw that into Sowers. Sowers been the do-it-all player for the Irish. Works towards her left. Dishes that off for Audrey Simon. Simon for Fayular. Fayular on the far elbow. Up top for Tessa Bordonia. Bordonia to Sowers. Sowers far elbow works on Thomas. Now cuts in underneath, off balance, just sort of threw it up. And a travel called. So 2 fouls on either team as Emerson Holder passes that off to Jalen Houth, who brings that across. Back to Holder on the near elbow. To Thomas on the far elbow. Now into the paint for Hansen. Holder puts up a 3 and knocks it down. And now press comes. Sowers going to work to run around it. Passes that, and that pass taken away. Fayular falls on it in her feet. Thomas battles with it. And jump ball. That jump ball going to Regina. They lead by 10. So Jalen Houth throws that in, up top for Lily Hansen. Hansen to Holder on the far elbow. Now to the near elbow for Houth. Back to Holder up top. And now Houth, near elbow. Flips that all the way over far elbow. Holder puts up a 3. Off the rim, rebound taken, dished out. Back up top for Holder now. Now to Thomas. Thomas works in, Euros, layup off the rim. Campbell Bordonia with that rebound. This is that over to her sister, Tessa. Tessa Bordonia works in, had that one knocked away from her. Out of bounds. On the satellites. Ball back with the Irish. That one dished to Sowers. Sowers through contact. And a timeout called by head coach Matt Matuza. Your score currently 4-12 in favor of Regina. Six plus 4. We're missing somebody. For the scores for the Irish, Tessa Bordonia and Kaylin Sowers, the number 1 and 2 leading scorers. On the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I didn't tally someone in scoring. We'll go take a look at halftime. All that being said, 12-4 is the score. As Jalen Houth brings out across half court. Houth over to Thomas. Thomas on that far elbow. Guarded by Sowers. Sowers pokes away. Thomas now into the paint for Torrey. And a jump ball goes to the Irish. Good defense there from Audrey Simon, as Tessa Bordonia going to throw this one in. Just throws the deep ball to Simon. That one knocked away. Simon steals it, now works in. Layup is up and through and one. Audrey Simon pickpockets. Grabs the loose ball and lays it in. Possibility of a three-point play. That foul on Caroline Torrey. And Torrey now checks out. Morgan Thim heads in. And Lily Hansen walking a little bit gingerly. Might be something to look out for as that free throw bricks out. Rebound is knocked out and taken. Thomas working in 2-on-1 pull-up mid-range. That one way off the mark and out of bounds. Tessa Bordonia throws that in, looking for the deep ball. That one picked off by Emerson Holder. Dishes that over. Houth puts up a three. That one off. Fayular grabs the rebound, getting hounded. Dishes that over to Sowers. Sowers spins away from pressure. And now works her way in, cutting in. Layup off balance and a foul. That foul on Emerson Holder, the sophomore. 2 free throws for Kaylin Sowers. That free throw through. Regina Carpanese and Addison Kashuba both checking in for the Irish. Second free throw. That one bricks out. Rebound taken by Holder. Holder getting hounded in a foul. That foul on Kaylin Sowers. So Thayular and Simon check out for Carpanese and Kashuba. As Emerson Holder brings that across half court. On the far sideline. Working, gets a pick, up top. Now steps back, hands it over for Houth. Houth works in. Dishes that over for Thim. Thim mid-range off the mark. Rebound Holder. Holder up top, back to Houth. Houth to Thomas. Thomas works in, looking back door, and off the foot of Tessa Bordonia. Irish were down by 10, have cut the deficit to 5, as that inbound thrown to Holder. Holder steps back, 3. That one through for Emerson Holder. That ball thrown into Kashuba. Kashuba with room, now spinning. In trouble, got double teamed, taken away by Hansen, up ahead. Holder, reverse is good. Emerson Holder, the lead scorer so far, with a nice reverse layup. Sowers, working in, looking underneath, nobody home, taken by Thim. Thim hands it off to Emerson Holder. Holder. Up top. Thim. Gives a pick. It's a moving pick. Or rather, foul on Tessa Bordonia.
Foul number 20, Tessa Bordonia, for the first team.
Looked like it could have been on either Thim or Bordonia there. As Houth throws it into Thim. Thim hands it off for Holder. Holder up top, guarded by Bordonia. Work to that left. Dishes that out for Houth. Houth to Thomas. Puts up a 3 from the elbow. That one bricks out. Rebound by Thim. To Holder. There's another 3. That one caroms out as well. Thim put back, no good. Rebound taken by Bordonia. Battling for it. Dishes that one out. Kashuba. Body's hitting the floor. Hansen with it now. Spins around. Gonna slow it down. Puts up a 3. That one off the rim. Rebound by Thim. Carpanese battling for it. Going to be a jump ball. And possession goes to Regina. Campbell Bordonia checks out for Audrey Simon, as that's inbounded to Samantha Thomas. Thomas. There's a 3 from Maddie Houth. That one off the mark. rebounds on the Satellites. So the lead back out to 10 for Regina as they throw that deep ball looking for Simon. Ball now on the ground and handed off to Holder. Holder dishes that down for House. Back up top, Holder. Thim puts up a contested three off the brick. Rebound by Thomas. That one out. Rebound loose. Taken. Holder. Step back. That one caroms out. Rebound and a foul. Foul there on Carpanese. In a 30-second timeout. So been an interesting game back and forth. Lots of fouls as the Irish have 5. Regina with 4. And just sort of my diagnosis so far, it looks like the Irish getting good chances, just sort of trying to rush things. Their inbounds have been a little bit sloppy, so they're going to need to figure out how they're going to address that in the second quarter and the rest of this game. As while it worked the first time, just sort of throwing it all the way down for a hope and with a hope and a prayer is. So 2 free throws here for Morgan Thim. First one is up and out. .58 seconds left here in this first quarter. Irish down by 10. Second free throw up and also out. Rebound taken by Holder though. Getting double teamed in the corner, looking for some options. Spins away, dishes it over for Thomas. Thomas works in. Matty Houth with a long 2. That one way off. Ball ripped away. We see who the possession goes to, and it'll go to the Irish. Very physical game so far as Bordonia looking for the inbound and does to Addison Kashuba, the freshman. Shown a lot of promise so far this year. Had a great game on offense and defense earlier in the semifinals. Bordonia over to Simon. 30 seconds to go. Simon spins away. Back to Bordonia and out. Carpanese into the paint for Simon. Simon triple teamed now. Jump ball. That'll go to the Satellites. Really, Regina just been dominating in terms of physicality, not making it easy on the Irish to get these rebounds or these jump balls. As Holder will handle it with 15 left. Dishes that over to Thomas. Thomas sweeps and gives it to Jalen Howe. To Holder. Holder steps back, up top now. Gets it right back, down to 5 seconds. Kushiba pushes away. Last second, off the mark. So at the end of the first quarter, Irish trailing this one 7-17. Super physical game so far. Any loose ball, both teams diving on top of it. So, I believe that was 5 jump balls in that first quarter. So Sowers been nursing an ankle injury that she suffered in the last game of the season. So Irish gonna leave there. She'll start this with possession. Double. So the Irish just going to need to settle down, get back into this game as they're down by 10. Bordonia inbounds that one to Carpanese, who gets it right back. Bordonia pulls up, puts up a three, that one off. Rebound taken by Thim. Now the double team and a foul. That foul on Audrey Simon, second of the day. First foul of the quarter. Campbell Bordonia checks in. Holder three. That one out. Rebound loose. Good rebound from Regina Carpanese. Just head over to Sowers. Sowers out across. Now sweeps to Carpanese. Carpanese looking inside for Simon. Nobody home. Maddie Houth now stops. This is that over for Holder. And a timeout call. So the Regina head coach, good timeout there as Emerson, Holder, and Maddie Houth getting pinned in their own zone there. Called the timeout, going to draw up a new play. 7:22 left here in this first half. Regina still leading by 10. And Augie Villa on NDP Athletics Broadcasting. We're live at Regina today. Tomorrow we will travel to Central Michigan University, where your Notre Dame prep cheer team will battle to go back-to-back as state champions. I doubt I'll get a regular live stream, but we'll get interviews and things of the like while we're there. That coverage starts at 11 a.m. So Emerson, Holder over to Thomas. Thomas and Holder have been the two main offensive contributors as Holder holds it. And moving screen. Yes, so moving screen there on Morgan Thim as Bordonia inbounds, stretch pass up ahead to Sowers. Sowers stops, layup, and one. That foul on Maddie Houth. So Lily Hansen checking in for Thim. One free throw here for Caleb Sowers. That free throw up. And through. Sowers up to 6 points. Holder bringing it out. Now gets trapped. Ball knocked away by Sowers. Did a good job preventing that. I will say, just from up here, it's been looking like Holder's been taking a couple extra steps. Something that we might need to watch for as this game heads on. In the meantime, Holder holds it, working on Bordonia. Bordonia, harsh defense. Now Holder sweeps up top. Over to Hansen. Hansen's three is off. Rebound by Campbell Bordonia. Over to Kaylin Sowers. Sowers has that one taken away by Thomas. Thomas' layup is through. Tessa Bordonia brings that across half court. Irish trailing by 9. She works down the aisle. Dishes that out for Sowers. Sowers guarded by Thomas. Knocked the ball out of Sowers' hands, did Thomas, as that's over to Thayular. Thayular works in. Back to Bordonia. Bordonia, the one-handed floater is off. Rebound is loose. Taken by Torrey. Torrey maintained possession. So Holder will bring it out across half court. Guarded by Bordonia. Dishes that over to Hansen on the near elbow. Hansen up top for Maddie Houth. And that one knocked out of bounds. Good job from Tessa Bordonia there, climbing the ladder, knocking that one out of harm's way. Did head straight into the NDP bench. Everybody's all right. Emerson Holder. Lost a hold of that one as Thayular poked it out. Ball going to stay with the Satellites. Hansen going to inbound here. Looking and inbounds that to Thomas. Thomas, this is that back to Houth. Maddie Houth underneath. Had that one knocked away. Up top, Holder puts up the three and knocks it down. And Bordonia now in a little bit of trouble. Looking, dishes that to Carpanese. Carpanese, the underhand is good. Holder up ahead, dishes that to House, rejected by Carpanese. And a jump ball. Gonna stay with the Satellites, but what a block from Regina Carpanese. Chasing down Maddie Houth and knocking it away. As that's to Jalen Houth. Now over to Holden. Holder three, knocks down. Emerson Holder has been automatic from the three-point line as she fouls. Second foul on Holder. She's been leading the way in scoring. 2 fouls on the day, though. So maybe she fouls out. Thrown into Sowers. Sowers up top. Working on Thomas. Cutting and dishes that to Thayular. Thayular in the middle. Layup off the mark. Rebounded by Jalen Houth. Under 5 left to go here in this first half. Over to Thomas. Thomas, three. Hiram's out. Rebound. Taken by Sowers. Kaylin Sowers leads the way for the Irish with 6 points. Working. Dishes that down to Bordonia. Bordonia lost the handle on it. And a timeout called by head coach Matt Matuza. Great timeout call. Just about 4.5 left here in this first half.
From the biggest cities to the states and familiar fields on the street, Irish Blacks have their local sports teams and pass the Midwest. Whenever you shop at Irish, you have sports teams that bring us
Irish faithful traveling pretty well out to Regina, supporting their basketball team. They trailed by 13 right now, as it's been a war of attrition back and forth. So the Irish will inbound it on the far sideline with 4 minutes and 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Tessa Bordonia set to throw that in, does to Regina Carpanese. Carpanese turns, looking back door, out of bounds, off of a Satellite. Elise Milnaric, the sophomore, checking in for Jalen Houth. That one dished to Sowers. Sowers spins and lays it through. Holder with speed the other way to the near elbow. Carpanese playing defense, gets help. Now up top, over from Milnaric. Now into the paint, blocked, knocked away by Campbell Bordonia. And Kaylin Sowers will bring it out across half court. Sowers gets the pick, working in, underneath. Layup is good. Sowers up to 10 points. Holder working in. Calling for a pick on Carpanese. Carpanese sticks on there over to Jalen Houth. Houth up top to Thomas, puts up a three. Off the rim, rebound taken by Holder on the near corner. Holder works in. This is that over for Thomas. Thomas three, no good. Rebound loose. Bordonia able to dish that over to Sowers. Sowers stretches that all the way up for Simon. Just out of the hands. Just out of the hands of Audrey Simon. Possession going to the Satellites. So Carpanese has drawn the task of covering Holder as that's over. Jalen Houth three is off the mark, rebounded by Kaylin Sowers. Sowers dishes that over to Regina Carpanese. Carpanese into the paint. Bordonia, step back floater, no good. Rebound taken by Jalen Houth. And a foul. Foul there going to be on Campbell Bordonia. 3 fouls for Regina, 2 for the Irish this quarter. As that's inbounded to Lily Hansen. And now to Holder. Back up top for Hansen. Hansen to the near elbow for Houth. Houth surveying. Working around. Crosses. Dishes that over to Hansen. Hansen out to Thomas. Thomas dishes that to a cutting Houth. And up top for Holder. Holder steps back, working in, weaves around, underneath, reverse layup goes through. Great move from Emerson Holder. As Tessa Bordonia and Regina Carpanese looking to beat this press. Bordonia does, working around alone, layup and one. That foul on number 10, Jalen Houth. First free throw for Bordonia square. So Tessa Bordonia with 5 as Jalen Houth brings it out. Holder, just a sophomore, really quarterbacking as Sowers looking to do a trail check and knock that away. Knocked out of bounds by Sowers. So Maddie Houth checks out. And Caroline Torrey will head in. Hansen now holds. Over to Holder. Holder works in, around, floater. Off the rim, rebound. Audrey Simon, a little bit of friendly fires, that one out of bounds. But the ball going to the Irish regardless. Simon came down with that and ran into a teammate. Hit the deck, but it hit a satellite before it went out of bounds. Irish going to retain possession as that's thrown into Sowers. Sowers, plenty of room to work on Hansen. It works towards the right side. Gets double teamed. Now this is to Bordonia. Bordonia underneath. Ball is loose on the ground. Fighting for it. And up ahead to Caroline Torrey. Now Holder. Working around. Up ahead to Hansen. Hansen. Backdoor Houth. Now with Jalen Houth 3. That one off the mark. Thomas. Now Holder 3. That one through. And Tessa Bordonia going to throw it in for the Irish. Throws that into Carpanese, who gives it right back. Carpanese now out across half court. Spinning. Double team comes. Working away. And a foul. Foul going to be on Tessa Bordonia. So nothing being given to the Irish so far today. And Emerson Holder can bring it in. Again, just a sophomore, but has been quarterbacking this offense as a foul called. Foul going to be on Kashuba. And again, it's just been Holder consistently. She's taken 3-4 steps with the ball. Just not allowed. And so far, 0 calls on it. I don't think a travel's been called on Regina yet. Holder steps back, working on the freshman Kashuba. Holder now dishes that out. Jalen Houth 3. That one bricks out. Rebound is loose. On the ground, back out to Houth. That ball up. 3 from Hansen. Out of bounds. Going to the Irish. 3.3 seconds left. So short time for the Irish. That one taken away. Houth, the buzzer beater, caroms out, and that'll take us to the end of this first half. I'm Augie Villowan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the second half.